Great news there. Tonight, News 4 Investigates has more evidence of poor hygiene in local restaurants. We've had overwhelming response and results from our test on lemon wedges and salads. So we decided to see what's in the ice that goes in your drinks. Russell Kinsaw exposes the dirty ice he found at fast food restaurants and service stations.
News 4 Investigates collected cups of ice from fast food restaurants and convenience stores throughout the area. We placed them in coolers and delivered them to Jim O'Donnell at Microbe Inotech Laboratories, who let the ice melt, then ran some tests.
We were just looking for total bacteria or total yeast, molds, and fungi.
And that's exactly what we found.
I wouldn't want to find that in my soda.
However, O'Donnell says he's not too surprised by the mold.
Living in St. Louis, mold is something we have to live with and we have to deal with, and it's can be difficult to control in some cases.
But what about the bacteria?
I was rather surprised.
While mold is definitely unappetizing, it's the bacteria that can make you sick. And if you thought ice killed bacteria, O'Donnell delivers the cold, hard truth.
Got that diaper smell, you want it?
A diaper smell.
Ice doesn't necessarily kill bacteria. It'll put bacteria in, for lack of a better term, suspended animation. They'll lay dormant. And then once it comes up to an ambient temperature or you drink it and it gets into your body, now it's fair game.
Besides, do you actually drink your entire beverage before any ice melts?
If you're like I am and you buy a soda, you take it to work, it sits on your desk all afternoon, you take sips of it here and there. That ice melts, it gets into your soda. The soda is kind of an acidic environment. A lot of bacteria don't really care for it, but it's also very sugary and they do enjoy that.
Health department rules allow a small amount of bacteria in ice, but not at the level posted by one restaurant.
Which means that that ice machine probably wasn't maintained in the manner that it should be, or that the people that are handling the ice are not doing it in a sanitary manner.
That's the response from St. Louis County Health official Jaron Butler when we showed her our results. While she was pleased to see several restaurants posted low levels of bacteria, it was the select few that did so poorly that once again raised issues of sanitation.
We require that they use a scoop, that they not touch the ice with their bare hands, and that the bucket that they're using to transport the ice from the machine to the bulk storage unit would be one that's only used for food and food products.
And even though it probably won't make you sick, there's no tolerance for mold.
And when we do our inspections, it is a violation if we do find mold in the ice machines.
Any mold at all?
Any mold at all, because that's an indication that it hasn't been cleaned in an extended amount of time.
And keep in mind, it takes 7 days for mold to appear in a machine. So who's to blame, workers or customers? Both O'Donnell and Butler point out that the way cups and lids are often stored could also lead to contamination.
But how often do you go to a restaurant or a fast food joint and use your own mug?
So what's the alternative? Well, if the fountain drink is cold enough, maybe take a pass on the ice. And if they're available, choose a bottled drink.
The fountain is obviously going to be more cost effective, but the bottle's going to be safer.
Just ask a server about lemons and you'll find since our investigation, restaurants are working much harder to keep their lemons clean, and it's the same since our investigation on salads. The health department's received numerous calls from restaurants reevaluating their food handling and wanting to make improvements. And the health department expects a similar response after the results of our ICE investigation. For News 4 Investigates, I'm Russell Kinsaw.
Russell also posted more of those findings on the Daily Briefing blog at KMOV.com. If you have a tip for News 4 Investigates, call our tip line. It's a 314 number, 444-3344.